With Manong Leo, it was so, because I was very new to the arts, and for me, it was every time he trained a lot by principles. The principles you can use, it doesn't have to be weaponry, it could be empty hands. So he taught by principles. He taught by terrain. He taught by understanding the systems that you came in contact with, that you have to know how to play that system or at least be aware of it. It's like intel. If you don't know what the system is like, then you can't deal with it. If you train with a person who trains more in the difundo system and you haven't experienced that because you're training with a person that's moving around so much, so it might be different. So he stressed with me the importance, and even if you didn't excel in that system, to at least be aware of that system's strengths and weaknesses. And it was pretty much like a football player would prepare against another football team, depending on the formation. He would know the personal data of that team, and Manong Leo was like that. He said, the strength of this system lies in their ability to thrust. The strength of this system lies in the terrain. The strength of this system is that they can employ double weapons better than they can single a weapon. So each system, he said, had strengths and weaknesses, and therefore you should be aware of it, even though that may not be your system. You have to be aware of it because you can better deal with it if you have an understanding of it. And by military, you would be like the intel that you would have on that opponent. You just don't go to a country. You have to know something about the strengths and weaknesses, of how big the infantry is, how big what their air power is like, what their artillery, how many men do they have. So it was sort of like an intel of that particular system. He had loads and loads of knowledge, because that's just from the time he was living in the Philippines. So he was way ahead of his time. Yeah, I think he's way ahead of time from that standpoint, because he understood that you have to know different systems. Even if you don't excel in the system, you have to be at least aware of the potential what that system can do.